if you broke, just say something. No, ma'am. Ma'am, you got a lot. You got a lot going on. See, we try to reverse it and try to play with their manhood and play with their ego because they can't afford or they're not willing to sacrifice their lifestyle and give up their money to take care of you and everything that you bring to his life. You're supposed to be able to complement each other. And I'm not saying that a woman with 5 kids cannot compliment a man that does not have any kids. Now, I know, listen, I know I can feel you all typing. Let me explain what I mean. If she has 5 kids, okay, and she is taking care of her children, her and the fathers and whoever, the ex-husband, whoever is responsible for those kids, if she got that in order, then okay. At the same time, if you all were to get together and it would be something permanent, then of course his money is gonna be divvied up 6 ways. I just don't see how would you be with a man, you getting with a man, you marrying him, and you all are living in the same household, and none of his money is going towards your kids. I don't understand how that's done. If people do that, please explain to me the logistics behind, you having 5 kids. He ain't got to do nothing for my kids. Well, ma'am, if y'all married and y'all live in the same household, to me, I think that that's a ridiculous statement to say. But listen, different strokes for different folks. But when you come into together, if your stuff is in order and you are truly, legitly taking care of your kids by yourself, and you can stand 10 toes down with your chest out, listen, I don't need you to do nothing for me and my kids. I got this on lock. Okay, you got some wiggle room because you got it together. But if you, the chick that got the kids, and you ain't got your financial ish together, I think that it's a little premature to expect a dude that has no responsibility but himself to come in and pick up that type of slack. I do think that that's a lot to ask for, and you're not bringing anything that will contribute, which would lead to our next hot topic. Contributing and bringing to the table. What do you all feel like, because this keeps coming up, what do you all feel about a man asking you, what do you bring to the table? When you hear that question, ladies, what do you bring to the table? When a man asks that question, how do you all receive that? And are you intimidated by that question? And then, ladies, drop some of the answers that you have given if you've ever been asked that question. What do you bring to the table? First of all, what do you feel about that question? What do you bring to the table? Are you offended by that? And fellas, drop in the comments. If you ask that question, what type of responses are you all looking for when you ask that question? What do you bring to the table? What are you expecting to hear a woman say? What are you expecting to hear a woman say when you say, what do you bring to the table? Hey, Nikki, how you doing? What do you expect to hear? Oh, well, what do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table? What do you expect to hear? Ladies, if you've been asked this, what do you bring to the table? How do you respond to that question? How do you respond? What do you bring to the table? Because to me, that's a question that a lot of, that's just a common question now that a lot of, some dudes are starting to ask. And I say that's a new question in my opinion, because like talking to men, I can honestly say I've only been asked that question one time. One time in all of the time that I have been out talking to men, just being good and grown, I've only been asked that one time. And guess what? That was not too long. That was in recent years, within the last 4 years, 5 years, I've been asked that question. And I've only been asked that question once. What do I bring to the table? And so I look, because I was taken by surprise when I was asked that question. So I was just like, what do I bring to the table? Okay. So before I give my answer, again, I want to know, what do you all say when, or if you've been asked that question? And fellas, let me know, what are you expecting to hear when you ask a woman, what does she bring to the table? What are you expecting to hear? What is the answer? What are you expecting to hear? Because I know a lot of women would say, oh, well, I'm going to cook for him. And this man, he said, I'm going to cook for him. I'm going to clean for him. I'm going to cook for him. I'm going to clean for him. But what else? Like, if he's single and he's been single for quite a while, he should already have that part taken care of. So when he says, what can you do, or what do you bring to the table? How are you going to respond if he says, well, you got to say something outside of cooking and cleaning, because I already got that on lock.